Okay, video 3, and I apologize for the last one cutting out. Hopefully it won't happen with this one. Where I left off on the last one, I was starting to add detail. I went in and colored in the stomach area that was still undone, and I went and added in all the coloring that I wanted on this to get it to the point where I could add the detail. Now, the other thing I did notice too is that you really couldn't see a whole lot in the video. So this is where it cut out. I was working on this area. So now I'm going to do this to show you how I add detail to these little guys. All I do is I take the pencils that I have been using, the darker ones, and a white gel pen. And then I just do little strokes, just like that. Do one color. Hold on, take my glasses off. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm half blind. And just kind of sort of, little strokes. That's it. Make it look like hair. I got a gray, and I just go between colors. And I throw a brown in because, like I had said in the preview, I don't know if it got cut off or not, but I went and looked at some pictures, and raccoons have like a brownish gray, whatever. I mean, you can do this. I mean, you could paint a purple raccoon if you want. There's no rule that says you have to go by what their colors are. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with these gel pens. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, but I do like to add accent with my gel pens. So I just kind of, see, it doesn't want to work. I get it flowing. There. And just kind of, just add white to it. Do that on the tail. And then on the top of the nose, I like to add a little highlight. And you can give it some whiskers if you want, sort of, if you want to call them whiskers. Just some little highlights like that. And here to show that the hair's flowing. And I come in here and I kind of do the same thing in here with the white. And sometimes it flows out and sometimes it doesn't. I like to put little dots in the cheeks, highlights on the ears. And then I can go back with the pencils. If it's too dark, I can cover it. Just doing little strokes to make it look like hair, like fur. I guess it's not really hair, it's fur. And if it gets too dark like I did here, you could just go over it with the white gel pen, or you can erase it. And you can do the same thing with the tail. Let me go with the gray. Just a light touch, light strokes. And that's it. That's all I do. And the apple is the same concept as what I did in the previous videos. I just take, 2 or 3 pencils that are similar in color. I added this deeper purple one to give it a little bit of depth. I like to, carve out the little highlight on the apple. And then I just go in again with little circles. This is the medium color. Just going with the little circles. Fill in. This is the darker, the medium red, excuse me. And then I just, again, like that. This is probably not the best red. I should have seen what other reds were in there. I like the red that I picked for the Prisma. It's a little bit brighter. But it is what it is. So little circles, and then I go in and blend it with the lighter. This one's closer, I guess, to it. No, not really. And blend it out into the center of the apple. Little circles, little circles. Just keep blending and blending, adding the pigment down. And then this is, I take this really deep purple and just kind of sort of do it where I feel that the apple's the darkest. And you probably don't need to do this step. I mean, again, it's little circles right on top. And at this point, you can come in with the Gamsol if you want, or you could just leave it like this. Honestly, I don't think. I'm wondering with these pencils I can get away with not having to use Gamsol. They sort of blend really nice, but I'll let you be the judge of that. I'll show it to you before it's blended, and this is one blended. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. This one's blended and this one's not. Let me blend that, and hopefully I didn't miss anything in the where I have the phone positioned. And then I just kind of sort of, you know, blend it in with the Gamsol. And at this point, you could always add more color if you want. You could layer more color. I find that you really don't have to go back in with the Gamsol after you go in with it. It kind of sort of melts the I don't want to say it's wax because they're not wax-based, but the pencil in because the paper's already saturated. So that's really nice. And then I take the white gel pen and then just accent, if I can get it flowing, accent the little space here. I guess I can extend it up a little bit more. And that's pretty much it. Now what I'm going to do is I have to come up with an idea, and I'll put this in a card and I'll video that on fast pace so you can watch it. And if you have any more questions, Terry, just don't hesitate to ask. I really don't mind doing this. I'm actually learning a lot. So thank you very much for everything.